I'm a teaching artist for Metho Arts, a nonprofit arts organization in Twist. Today we'll be doing an activity on understanding emotion through art. So art can help us understand our emotions, even when our emotions are really complicated or make us not feel good or are hard to put words to. So for this lesson, you will need a piece of paper and then some materials to color or draw with. So I have some crayons and I have my watercolor set. And you could have markers or colored pencils or any combination of materials that you feel like working with. So today we're going to be using art to help us understand our emotions. So sometimes emotions can be really confusing or hard to deal with, and that's okay. It's okay to feel whatever emotion you're feeling, even if you don't understand it. So maybe you're just feeling really sad and down because we have to be alone so much during COVID, or maybe you've lost a pet or a family member recently, or maybe you just don't know what you're feeling. So I fairly recently lost my grandfather, which to me was kind of a confusing emotion to deal with because I felt like I was feeling a lot of different things at the same time. So to start with, you can just choose some materials to work with. I'm going to work with some crayons, and we're going to just kind of not make any specific image or anything, but just make marks on the page and think about, does the way you're feeling make you want to press really hard on the page? Or does it make you want to press really lightly and quietly? Does it make you want to make straight lines or curved lines? Or move your hand really fast or really slowly? So go ahead and just experiment and think, how does moving my hand relate to what I'm feeling? And how do the marks on the page relate to what I'm feeling? And maybe you'll think about different colors you might feel like using. So take a few minutes now to just experiment with that. Experiment with just moving your hand, making marks, and thinking about that kind of vaguely as you think about your emotion. So here I was thinking about my grandfather, and I sometimes was pressing harder, sometimes lighter. I did kind of a lot of curved lines. And even if you're not sure why you're doing it, that's fine too. Sometimes it's nice to just do it, and you don't have to understand why. It's totally fine to feel whatever you're feeling. Okay, so next thing, when you're done kind of making your marks on your page, is think of any images that keep coming into your head, and you can just draw them either on the back side of this page or just right on top of your other marks here. So for me, I keep thinking of the pond where my grandfather lived, so I'm just going to draw the pond, or any images that you have that kind of keep coming into your head. So go ahead and take a few minutes now to draw those. So here I've drawn my pond. The pond, I drew a sun because I just kept thinking of a sun when I was thinking of my grandfather. So So when you're done drawing any images that you've thought of, and you can draw multiple images, I just had one kind of, but you could draw as many as you like. Then we're going to think about what you want to do with this piece of paper. So You could save this piece of paper, you could hang it on your wall, or maybe you just feel like ripping it up and throwing it away, or crumpling it up and throwing it across the room, make a paper airplane out of it and it could fly away. Or maybe you just put it under your pillow and keep it close to you. So depending how you're feeling and how this activity made you feel, you might want to do something different with this piece of artwork. Emotions can be really hard to understand and sometimes hard to deal with. And it's okay to feel whatever you're feeling. If you feel sad or happy or angry, you don't have to try to change that. You can just try to accept it and kind of go with it. But this making art about emotion, can sometimes help you understand it a little better or help you come to peace with feeling what you are feeling. So artists oftentimes have used art to help express themselves or help understand emotion, whether it's through music or art. And oftentimes that's because there isn't words to go with it. So when we're always trying to pin a word to an emotion, it kind of puts it in a box. And when you make art about it, it can have a lot of different variations and a lot of different meanings. So thanks for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you next time.